One of the issues that I'm actually not very worried about with buying a new car at the end of the year, my Cadillac Lyric all-wheel drive that I'm extremely excited for, is the fact that when I was building the car on the phone, I was told that I would not be paid or I would not be paying MSRP above sticker. And that was the thing that was actually worrying me, because the problem is we've seen, and I've posted in my community chat numerous times, dealers that are unscrupulous who've been doing their best to overcharge as much as humanly possible on vehicles. Now, there's a number of reasons for this. First of all, there's been a supply chain shortage that was brought about by the pandemic. Computer chips in short supply, which is part of the reason why Nancy Pelosi, with her NVIDIA shares, flew over to Taiwan after rushing the Congress to sign the CHIPS Act to focus on bringing domestic production back to silicon chips, because those silicon chips are in virtually everything. They're in our cars' seats, our cars' radios, our PCM control modules, et cetera, et cetera. So while I am a capitalist, while I do believe in the free market, there's just something inherently wrong with the underhanded practices that I see these dealers doing. And I'd like to point out, now I've posted Tesla's debt and Tesla's market share compared to all the rest of these car companies. I posted that so you could see it. Tesla, while I don't like Tesla's business model, and I'm not extremely excited by their interiors on their cars, the one thing that Tesla has proven is that the dealers are a waste of money. Now, in this new age of shopping, you've got people who are buying cars right off the internet, like Carvana and all these other buying off the internet car places. I can't really name that many because Carvana is the only one that comes to mind. I mean, there's eBay and there's a couple of others like, End Lease on Facebook where you can buy somebody's lease. The reality is dealers are setting back the overall company. And Tesla's model, where they basically set up a gallery to show what the cars look like. They work in malls and they have cars in the back of the mall and they let you drive it. And then when you buy a car, they have it basically delivered right to you, either at the mall or to your house. Their model saves a lot of money. It prevents them from running up a lot of debt. And as you can see, their stock market is it's a receipt. The mere fact that Tesla holds a higher market cap than Ford, GM, Stellantis, Mercedes, and BMW combined, plus Volkswagen. And the mere fact that they have less debt than just about any of the automakers, especially Mercedes-Benz, that just tells you that there's something seriously wrong with the dealerships. Some people call them stealerships. They steal from you. Dealerships, stealerships. I love it when people do that. I love it when they make portmanteaus of these words. I love it. But this is the issue right here. And I posted this letter because this has been going viral. In order to place a 2023 Corvette Z06 sold delivery order, Haik Chevrolet requires a $6,000 non-refundable deposit from the customer once your order is accepted by Chevy. In the event that the customer does not take delivery, this fee will be utilized for restocking, marketing, and merchandising of said Corvette to the general public. Upon delivery of the 2023 Corvette to the customer, the $6,000 deposit will be applied as your down payment. Vehicle is being sold for over $90,000 above MSRP. So basically, I don't, the Z06 MSRP, let's see, I'm going to type that up on my computer. Z06 MSRP for this year, Z06 MSRP. I don't really pay much attention to that car. But pricing for the 2023 Z06, $106,000. So if you're selling it for $90,000 over, that means you're basically charging this person, because once the taxes are going to be at least $20,000 or $15,000 or something like that. You're basically selling this car for $210,000 when all is said and done. I could be off because I don't know his state tax. I don't know the state tax rate wherever this person is. But this Z06 is $106,395 before options. So that means that by the time things are said and done and it's optioned out, this car could be $250,000. That's McLaren money. First of all, I'm not excited by the Z06. I'm not excited by the C8. I'm not excited by any of those cars. In fact, I made a video a while ago, about 2 weeks ago, about the fact that Corvette was supposedly bringing out an SUV. I was actually more excited by that. But the Corvette, the C8, that doesn't excite me at all. And in the video about the SUV, I actually explained why. There were numerous reasons. But as a capitalist, I understand that this really comes down to private contracts. That's the 14th Amendment. You have a right as a dealership to sell something. The consumer or the customer has a right not to buy it. So if you think that the $90,000 is way too much and you think that it's absolute price gouging, then you don't buy it. It's really that simple. This is coming down to the contract. But I do have a problem with what's actually happening behind the scenes. The dealers, and they were doing this, I made videos about them overselling Hellcats for $30,000, $10,000. And a personal story, and I've also showed you, and I'll probably show it again in this video, but I walked into East Hills Jeep Chrysler, and I had my checkbook in my hand. I've told this story a couple of times. I have a 2015 Jeep SRT. I was going to buy a Jeep Trackhawk before it even came out. East Hills, the person at the desk told me, oh, well, we're selling it $30,000 above sticker. So I immediately said, and then I basically just left. Now, that wasn't the first run-in negative that I had with East Hills Chrysler. The first one was actually in the video that I made a long time ago. If you look through my videos, you'll see when I went to buy a Chrysler 300 2012, I had a Chrysler 300 2006 SRT8, and I was going to sell it for the 2012 SRT. East Hills had a black 300 on the dealer lot. It had red seats, and you can look at my videos. I might even try to show that. You could, in fact, you know what? Maybe I could do that with this screen share. So anyway, East Hills Chrysler, they had Chrysler 300 SRT8. Should I buy? And I made this video. This was a long time. Yep, there it is. And I got $147,000. And they said that it was $10,000 off, right? So I go into this dealer, and I bring my car. Let me get rid of this stupid ad. So I go into this dealer, I bring my car, and basically what I did was I was going to trade my 2012.
Okay,
and I was going to trade it in for this car.
Right here. This is a
and they wouldn't make the deal with me. They wouldn't trade my 2006 in for this car. This is East Hills Jeep Chrysler, right? So it was a black 300, and it had red seats inside, red interior, right? Black 300, red interior. From what I remember, I don't remember exactly how much mileage it had, but I even said it in the video, but it had like 150 or something like that. It had more than 100 miles on it, right? So they wouldn't make the deal, and I was upset, but I was like, okay, well, it's no big deal. I've got cars, so I'm not hurting. Would you believe that I looked across the lot, and this had to be my lucky day. I looked across the lot, and right across the lot, there was another dealership right across the street. And because of the tail of that car, because that car has a very specific tail, as soon as you see that tail, you see how it had, well, now this is a wicker build. Somebody fucked this car up and added that bullshit onto it. They didn't need to do that. But that car has a very specific tail on it, right? And when I saw that car, I was like, wait a minute, that looks like a 300 SRT8 over there, right across the street. So I go call the company. I'm standing in the East Hills Chrysler. I'm standing there. I get on my phone and I call them, right? And when I called them, I was like, oh, yeah, I think you guys have a used 300 SRT on your lot. How much for it? It was black exterior, black interior 50 fucking miles on the car. Just 50. So it was brand new. Brand new car. I go over there, took my car, and I was like, yeah, well, Chrysler over there, they wouldn't give me the deal, and they got one like this on the lot. The guy's name was Manny. I don't know if Manny still works there. It was called Penn Toyota, right across the block. Penn Toyota. Manny said, oh, yeah, I'll take your car. No problem. And I was like, what? I was ready to sign on that dotted line. As soon as I picked up my brand fucking new Chrysler 300 SRT, you know what I did? I drove right out of Penn Toyota. I said goodbye to Manny. Thank you very much for everything you did. I think I sat there for about 4 hours while they were getting everything in order. And they had to wash the car. They had to do all that. I drove right around that corner. And I went into East Hills Chrysler. And I was like, yeah, well, I'm really sorry things couldn't work out. As you can see right there, that's my brand new car. And yes, I did it for spite. I don't even want anybody, oh, yeah, well, you did that because you're a spoiled sport. Fuck yeah, I'm a spoiled sport. Yes. I drove my brand spanking new Chrysler 300 right into their lot. Parked right in front of that manager. Parked right in front of him. Got up, out my car, brand fucking new. Walked into there and went right up to the sales manager, and I had a big smile on my face, just like I've got right now, because right now you can't see my face. Right now I am drooling thinking about this, just like in Alien 3 when the xenomorph is on the ceiling and he's drooling and the drool drips on you. Oh, well, I'm really sorry that we couldn't work things out, because I really would have liked to buy from Chrysler. But right across the block, they had, this right here. Oh, really? How many miles was on it? Oh, yeah. Well, they had 50. So they actually had less than the one that you have on your dealer lot. They had less mileage on this car. Would you believe that? Would you believe it? And I shook his hand. And the other guy standing next to him, I shook his hand too for no good reason, just because I like being funny. So I shook both their hands, went back out there, got into my brand new Chrysler 300 SRT with 50 miles on it, delivery miles, and drove into the sunset. So the next time when I came to East Hills Jeep Chrysler and had my checkbook out, because when I pull up and I got this 850 credit score, I want you to know that I'm not fucking around with you. I'm here to buy. To buy. Pull out my checkbook. Oh yeah, well we're selling it for $30,000 above sticker. I was like, oh, okay, well, no, thank you. After that, if you remember, I started making fun of the Trackhawks that was sitting on the lot rotting. I had a whole series called Count the Trackhawks. That was fun while it lasted. Now, there are no more Trackhawks because now they've been completely discontinued. The engines have been completely discontinued. There are no more Hellcat engines. December 2023 is the final orders. So if you do make the mistake of going to Chrysler and buying one of these fucking cars, you're going to be stuck in that gas-guzzling piece of shit, watching it depreciate, watching all these other losers who went out and bought their powered dollar Chrysler 300 or their powered dollar Chargers and their Challengers. They're all going to show up. All of y'all going to be looking like idiots staring at each other's cars. Everybody got the same shit. And here you are in a gas guzzler. You have no idea what gas prices are going to be like down the road. You have no idea what insurance prices are going to be like down the road. But listen, to each his own. My thing was, they actually stopped me, and maybe I shouldn't be sore about it. I expected that I was just going to pay MSRP. I thought I was just going to give you $100,000 and that was it. Maybe I shouldn't be sore about it because, as you know, if you watch my videos, I took that same money, bought real estate. I bought a second house. Now, had I spent that on the Trackhawk, I wouldn't have been able to do that. Nobody could have imagined that COVID was going to cause housing and rent to skyrocket. Nobody could have imagined that. Had I been tooling around in that stupid Jeep Trackhawk, that ugly-ass, lame, limited edition looking Jeep Trackhawk with the yellow calipers, and not had my ceiling fan in my brand new house, I kind of probably would have been upset about that because I'd be like, man, I really wish I hadn't bought this fucking stupid car trying to show off to everybody. I really wish I had bought real estate instead. But when you're telling me up front that we're going to overcharge you $30,000, that's my break. No, Absolutely not. In fact, I've gotten to the point where I refuse to pay a dime over sticker. I understand that dealers have fees, $200, $300, $500. Yeah, I'll pay that $500, maybe even $1,000. But for you to tell me $30,000, you're out of your fucking mind. So let's go back to this story. So anyway, vehicle will be sold for $90,000 above sticker. So things got so bad as this letter, which I don't understand why anybody would put this shit into writing like this. If you did, you should keep that shit to yourself. You should not make copies of it. And you think that more of these dealers would understand. Don't make copies of this shit. Keep it private. But they don't. So now they had to basically shut down their comment section because these people calling up, making fun of them. 90,000 over MSRP. Those guys are fucking criminals. No one will buy from these crooks. Posting for a friend. Only a low IQ person would accept those terms. Ford dealers doing the same with the Raptors. I posted that they would, with the Ford Lightning electric truck, that they're posting 30,000 above sticker. Broncos, the Ford Broncos going 30,000 above sticker. My thing is, I can't blame the dealership. You shouldn't buy it. Here's my problem, though. The dealerships, what they're doing, like what they were doing with the Hellcats, the dealers would buy those cars. They wouldn't put their name on the title, but they'd buy the car, and then you'd have to buy it from the manager of the dealership. So you never had a chance to get the thing at sticker price. You just never had a chance. That is so dirty. That, and again, it is a capitalist economy. My thing is, don't fucking buy it. Don't. If you see that they're taking advantage of you, if you see that they're, what was the other one? I'll show you the other one in a minute. They're charging, what was it, $30,000 for stupid new Nissan Z? First of all, I ain't got no love for Nissan at all. I'll be perfectly honest. Furthermore, even if I did, there's no fucking way in hell I'd pay for that shit. No way. 30,000? What are you kidding? If I'll say it like this. At the worst, 5,000. At the worst, if I absolutely was desperate, and I couldn't even do that. Me personally, I couldn't do that. I understand this people. My friend, I made a video. My friend, I took him. He got an MDX. He got fucked for $5,000 over. So his Acura MDX cost him more for his lease, $70,000. But from what I'm hearing, Acura's doing even worse to other people because they're so desperate to ride around in an ugly ass MDX with that stupid A-spec badge. Your shit is slow. Slow car. But they're getting away with it. And some of these people are so desperate for this I call it badge whoring. I could have taken that same $85,000 to buy that Jeep. I could have taken that and I could have bought something else. I could have bought something flashier. I could have bought a BMW X5M or some shit. Because you got to remember, the price increases only really happened recently. We're talking about 2015. I never was going to do that. Because at the time, I wanted a Jeep Grand Cherokee. At the time. But these people are so desperate to buy these badges that they're making like hilarious purchase decisions. Well, let me see some more comments. Don't give them inventory. Yeah, in fact, let me put some hearts. Let me put some hearts. You know, Facebook, apparently they've gotten rid of their edit button, so I'm hoping that their stock drops another 50 or 60 points, and maybe that's when Zuckerberg will get it. Maybe it's time to destroy Chevrolet by not paying these exorbitant prices. Gotta give them a love. Bill Blast, 90K over MSRP, dang. Only way to fix this is by not buying. Yes, this is the revolution. This is how we start the revolution right here. Okay, I don't even know what this meme says, but I'm putting a heart on it. Talk about first world problems. Oh no, the supercar version of the Corvette has super high demand and the free market economy took notice. How will I compensate for other shortcomings? The dealership owes you nothing. The mega billion... You know what? I'm not even going to read this shit. I'm going to put a laugh at them since Facebook is too pussy to give me a dislike button. I'm just going to put a laugh badge on them, you stupid moron. You stupid moron. That's the free market right there, where I can put the like button, I can put the dislike button. That's the free market. Let's see what these people said. Ridiculous, love. Really simple fix, John Ledger. I don't know what that means, but I'm going to put love. Just don't buy a Chevy, John Ledger. There you go. Justin Ford, ha! All right, let's see. Get the love there. All right, John Ledger. That is not the... Nope, you're getting a laugh, you idiot. This is stupid, Pete. These bootlickers. That's ridiculous. Yes, you get a love. You get a care. You get a care because I care about you. I've been wanting to get one and told my wife I plan to buy one on my 40th, but they are marking them up so high, it's beyond ridiculous. You get a care. Chad Hayslip, you get a care. Let's see what your wife looks like. Okay, Chad is a pretty good-looking guy. He's got the wife right there. Let's see if there's any... Oh, shit. Okay, good, Chad. Good. Congratulations, Chad. Your wife is going to love whatever you do end up buying, Chad. You're a cool guy. Thieves are going to thieve. You should be ashamed. Yes, absolutely. They cut off comments on their social media also and silence the public. They know they are crooked. Woody Saunders. Good job, Woody. Woody Saunders. It's back on their latest post. The comments, yeah, okay, yes, you get a love too. Funny how y'all turn the comments off on all your posts. Actually, you should have put an S. I'd be embarrassed too. Yes, absolutely. Federal Trade Commission, uh-oh. So it looks like she's tagging the Federal Trade Commission. Marcy Newman. This is exactly what your new rules should prevent. Yes, you're getting a love. Let's see if Marcy's cute. Marcy's a little old there, but her heart's in the right place. So I like Marcy. And it looks like Marcy's a Trump supporter. Looks like Marcy's a Trump supporter right there. And it looks like she stands by the veterans. Look at this. Oh, no, okay. That shirt is not a Trump support shirt. That looks like Marcy and her husband. Good job, Marcy. Good job, Marcy. You're doing great. You're doing great. Okay, Marcy Newman. The state should do something as well. How about they start with a law that says dealers can't add on extras not listed on the original sticker from factory, and they can't sell over sticker price. That would be a good start. You get a care. So that's that. So you see where we are. Now, if you go to this page, you can see that, what's this guy's name? Clay Edwards expresses his discontent by apparently posting twice. Something. This is the one person that seems to be happy with the service. So that's just that. So that's all I got to say. So let's just recap. Number one, I refuse to pay over sticker. If they try to start any shit with me at all, and I know they're not, because I've purchased 5 cars from this dealership. I've never had a problem. I know they're not going to try to fuck me. But if they do, there's going to be a YouTube video, and I'm taking my money to Mercedes again. It's just that simple. I'll go right back to Mercedes. If I have to, I'll trade that Jeep for a fucking GLB. I don't give a fuck. But I'm not paying over sticker. And if Mercedes tries to start some shit, I'll tell them right up front, guess what, guys? I'm not fucking in the mood. But you know what? I'm not even going to jinx myself. Cadillac, they know who I am. They know I've got this online presence. I know that they're going to be friendly with me. They've done a good job with my mom. They've done a good job with my aunt. They've done a good job by my friends who I've taken to them for business. So I am probably the last person that they would try to screw. So I'm not even going to jinx myself. I'm going to go into this with positive feelings, and I'm going to say, yes, I'm here. I've got cash money, sold my oil stocks. I got cash money. Where is my Cadillac? Thank you very much. I'll sign on the dotted line. Here's my Cadillac. Thank you very much. And that's it. That's it. But as for this fucking over sticker bullshit that they're pulling on these people, nah, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.